Hey guys, and thanks for tuning in to yet another Blopscast. This is your favorite pair of Tubesox here, coming at you yet again. And I'm here with a new series idea brought to you by your favorite Canadian, Patty Jack, one of my best YouTube buddies. If you guys haven't checked him out yet, he is awesome. He's probably the coolest motherfucker ever. Definitely go check him out. He's really entertaining to listen to. And he posts like a video like every 3 seconds, so if you're ever frustrated by us not posting, just go watch him, because he's awesome. But anyway, one day he messaged me saying that he's about to go into college and he'd like for me to do a college survival guide type series thing, where I kind of give some tips for surviving the college lifestyle. I'm a second semester junior, so I have a little experience and figured I would enlighten you, because I know some of you are younger or going into college or even high school or even middle school. This really applies to any school type environment, so put your reading, listening, learning hats on and sit back and prepare for awesome. Alright, so first of all, I just want to apologize formally for our lack of uploads. As you guys know, as I just mentioned, I'm a junior in college. I do have finals right now, and I'm swamped like a swamp man, so I do apologize for not posting, but just bear with me for like another week. It's gonna be a little sporadic with finals really coming up now, but after that, have no fear. Tubesox is here. I got a month break, and I'm ready to bring you guys some action. So expect more, but I would just like to say I'm sorry so you guys aren't mad at me, and do not hate me or resent me. And secondly, I would like to formally congratulate my comrade in arms, Spaz My Dogs, who recently snagged a partnership with Yoush. And that is huge, buddy. I just want to say congratulations. You definitely deserve it. He has like 120, 130 videos. He's only been doing it for 4 months. He's basically caught up to us in subscribers. He's a beast, so check him out also if you haven't. But if you're watching this, congratulations, bud. I'm kind of weirded out right now because my girlfriend's in the room, actually. She has headphones on, so it's not as weird, but it's kind of like I could equate it to singing in a car. Like, everyone sings in a car, and you know, you're like, great, and you have not a care in the world. I mean, you could pass some dude looking at you, giving you funny looks, and you're just jamming out, you know, and then, boom, you got someone in the car with you, and you don't exactly want to belt out, you know, your best CeeLo Green impersonation, so it's a little awkward, so I'm just kind of getting used to doing this in front of an audience, besides Hightopz. I mean, obviously our homoerotic bond is pretty standard, but, I mean, a girl, God, that's weird. No, I'm just kidding. She is actually here, I'm not kidding about that, but it is a little strange, I will say. But anyway, I am drifting off topic. It's already been about, what, 3 minutes? So let me get on to my thing. So as I mentioned before, this is the College Survival Guide, and this episode is going to be titled Reading. Now, I'm going to be doing, I don't know how many episodes of this College Survival Guide there are going to be, but I'll playlist it for you guys so you can come back and watch it. And I also do have a really cool website that I found that covers, in an organized fashion, a lot of studying techniques, note-taking techniques, reading, yada yada yada. But for today's episode, I'm going to talk about reading and why it's really important to do in college or even high school, and how it really helps with learning the material and not having to cram so hard for exams. So, let's start off. First of all, yes, reading is important. If you talked to me even last year and you said, what's your favorite stuff to read? I would say Call of Duty. Like, I didn't read, like, period. I didn't even read textbooks. And that was probably one of the biggest mistakes I made for the first 2 years of college, is not reading. It's super, super important to read. What you want to do is you'll get a syllabus for your class, and they'll cover usually your reading assignments that are like due for each lecture. And what you want to do is you want to read before the lecture, and that way even you don't have to like completely have it sink in. Just go over it, read the text, take in as much as you can, and then when you talk about it in lecture, you can be more engaged. And whenever your professor brings up, you know, some crazy stuff like monosaccharides, starch, carbohydrates, you'll be like, instead of being like, whoa, what the hell is that, and then going back to the text later to clarify, you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember reading about that. So it really does help a lot, and it starts the repetition that you'll hear from anyone who's ever gone through the college grind. That is the most important aspect of any studying or learning any material. So definitely do that. The second little tip with reading I want to give you is to be organized when you do it. Now, being Call of Duty players, I can probably say that, you know, about like 90% of us have ADD of some sort, or ADHD. You know, being fast twitch multiplayer gamers, it's, you know, we thrive on instant gratification, and that is a curse in college, I'll tell you that much. So if you can like focus all your energy you put into getting Moabs and focus it into getting organizing your books, your notes, all that stuff, organizing your syllabi, that's plural for syllabus, I think. You can, don't quote me on that, but organize your syllabi, see what you have, keep an agenda. That's another probably tip I'll do all by itself. That's a huge thing. But keep an agenda, know when your reading assignments are due, and read before the lecture. So be organized and sit down and schedule out a time when you're going to do your reading and just force yourself to do it. Because, like I said, about 90% of Call of Duty players have ADD of some sorts. So, that, by the way, that's a totally skewed statistic. I'm just saying that, you know, we're gamers and we don't really like to do a lot of stuff like that. We'd much rather be playing Call of Duty. I'd much rather be playing Call of Duty than doing anything. So, I mean, take it from a champ. But force yourself to do the reading, sit down, and give yourself, you know, little rewards too. Like, you can do an hour of reading and then, you know, play a quick game of Call of Duty and then go back and do another hour of reading. When you force yourself to do it, you'll find it doesn't take as long as you'll think to actually do the reading, rather than doing it getting distracted by The Simpsons or whatever. Not Family Guy. I hate that show. But, I mean, maybe I should cut that out, because I know a lot of people like Family Guy. Nah, screw it. You guys can know. I don't like Family Guy. But anyway, any TV show on, anything, you're texting a girl, you know, or a guy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Watching TV, making something to eat, you're hungry, you gotta go take a shit, whatever. Distractions are plentiful. There's going to be parties going on. You're going to have a social life to tend to. So you just force yourself to do the reading, and when you're done, you'll find it's a lot easier and a lot more gratifying to concentrate on more fun things like Call of Duty, parties, girls, guys. So it doesn't take too long, and then it sets in, like I said before, that motion of repetition, repetition, repetition. Now I mentioned read the stuff before the lecture, and then you'll cover it once again in the lecture. But even with that twice thing, usually the information will exit your short-term memory in about 48 hours. So within 2 days, what you optimally should do, now this is tough to do, this is harder to do in practice, easier said than done anyway, but what you should do is revisit either your notes or the reading material and just kind of scan over it to get that third repetition. 3 is not a lucky number for no reason. 3 tends to be a good number to repeat things in order to have it sink in your brain. So optimally, you can go that third time, scan over all the stuff, and have it sink in your brain, and then come exam time, you won't have to cram all of that stuff in the night before, and you'll find it's much less stressful and a lot easier on the brain to take exams. So that has been the tip for today. I think I should be pretty good on time. If not, I'll just cut out a little bit of the video. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this. Leave a comment, pretty please, with like sugar and women on top. If you could leave a comment letting me know what you thought of this, if you found it helpful or not. Give me tips on episodes to do. I'd like to expand this series, do more tips. So if I'm not sure on it, I'll do the research and I'll give you guys the straight up facts on how to do well in anything that I'm not 100% comfortable with. But until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This has been your favorite pair of Tubesox. Signing out. Link to the website is in the description. I love you all so much. Oh God, I just can't even describe it. So anyway, love you guys. This is for you, Patty Jack. Congratulations, Spasma Dogs. I love all of you. Bye. Peace. Later.
Blopscast.
Subscribe, yeah. Subscribe, oh yeah. Ready?